Alright guys, we are back for more of my 27th birthday special. We just played the Super Mario Bros. Wonder for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch. Let's see how we do. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're just gonna do some quick matches. And we're gonna do a total of 10 events for this segment. So anyways, we're gonna start things off with the 100 meters. We're just gonna do buttons only. And I will of course play as Mario. Alright, let's do this. Alright, that's a good start. Alright! So we're gonna pull off the win right there in first place. And we start off with a gold medal. Okay, so let's go and move on to another event. Alright, anyways, let's go and do swimming next.
Take your marks.
Alright, there's another good start. Let's try to keep a steady pace here with our swimming. Alright, great turn there. Alright, let's bring out the super swim. And there we go! There's another win in first place. We just could not be stopped. Our time was just over 50 seconds right there. But anyways, we got our gold medal. Okay. Anyways, next up, let's play some archery. We're just gonna do individual. Okay, so let's get into the first round. But very quickly, let's go and do some practice to get ourselves warmed up. Alright, let's do this. Alright, perfect bullseye right there for 10 points to start off. See if we can do it again. Alright, it wasn't all that bad. Alright, that was still a very good start right there nonetheless, as we're going to get 22.444 on that first round. Alright, so we have an early lead in first place. Alright, on to round 2. Alright, now we do get a super shot right here, which is worth double the points. Let's try to make this count. Alright, that was very good. I will certainly take that. Alright, another good shot there. Alright, 33.75 points right there for that round. We're up to 56.194 at the moment. We do maintain our lead in first place. Alright, final round. Okay, good shot right there. Alright, so it's time for us to use another super shot right here for this last one. So this turns out very good from here. Alright! That was certainly a very good shot. 33.63 points right there for that last round as we get a grand total of 89.824. And we got another win in first place. That is how it's done. Alright, we got another gold medal again. Alright, let's see what happens in the next event now. And I think this time, let's do surfing. Okay, Donkey Kong, Bowser Jr., and Sonic are going to be my opponents. Let's see how this goes. Hello, Arlie. Alright, that's the end of the first wave. Alright, let's keep going. I was a little early there. Oh, too late. Gosh dang it. Alright, that wave is done. Alright, let's keep it going. Alright, there's a special trick. Alright. Anyways, we got less than 30 seconds left. Let's see how many points we can get in right here in the last little bit of this event. Alright, a little late. Alright, well that wave is done right here, but that didn't really matter because time was up. Alright, 294.269 points for our score. And that will give me another win in first place. Very nice. Alright, just got another gold medal. Alright, on to the next event, and this time, we're going to play karate. Oh, Dr. Eggman's going to be my opponent for this one. Alright, let's see what happens. Take that! Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, baby. Got 5 points so far. We need 5 more for the win. And we did it! And Dr. Eggman couldn't even get a single point on me, so too bad for him. So that was a very amazing, dominating win that we pulled off in that event, as we're going to get another gold medal. Okay, so anyways, we're going to do 5 more events for this segment. And for the next one, let's play Rugby Sevens. Alright, we are just going to have some random teammates with us. Let's see who we get. Bowser, Waluigi, and Donkey Kong. Looks like I got a team full of Mario characters on my side, and we are taking on Diddy Kong, Luigi, Sonic, and Tails. Let's see how this goes. Oh god, that hurt. Oh jeez, what the heck was that? Come on, are you kidding me? Alright! Got a try right there for 5 points. Alright, it's time to try to go for a conversion. Got it! So we got an early lead 7-0. Let's keep it going. Oh boy, how dare you. I'm going into extra time. Oh no! And we just ran out of bounds, so it's time for a line now. Oh, our Paul's got the ball there. But we did steal it away very fast, and time's up for the first half. Alright. Now let's see what happens in the second half. Speed up here. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? That wasn't cool. Uh-oh. That's gonna leave a mark. Oh, we're out of bounds. Alright, our lineout's coming up. Okay, we were able to get the ball this time. Oh, what the heck? Bug off. Oh, looks like we're getting underway with another line out once again. Our Paul's got the ball this time. Oh, you come back here. Okay. Let's speed up. Oh no! Okay, at least we got a good pass. Yeah! Got the try! Alright. Let's try to go for this conversion now if we can. And we miss. Oh well, that's okay. Alright, back in the extra time. We should be in very good shape to win this. And another try right there. That is fantastic. Alright, I think we should have an easier time with this conversion right here. We got it. So we do take that win right there, 19-0. And there's another gold medal. Okay, so right now we got 4 more events to play in this segment. Alright, so now we're going to switch over to Tokyo 1964 for these next few events. Alright, this time let's go and do the long jump. Alright, let's see how we do.
Mario on attempt number 1. Gaining momentum. Great takeoff.
That looks like a good first jump there.
That was a good
7.699 meters. Very good.
second attempt.
Alright, now on to jump number 2.
Picking up momentum. This is gonna be good.
I like what I'm seeing here. Alright, 7.4 meters for that one. Only slightly worse compared to my first jump, but that's okay. Let's get into my third and final jump.
Gaining momentum. A powerful jump.
Alright, let's see what happens here. 8.016 meters right there. So that makes it my best jump out of the 3 right there. I will certainly take that. Alright, gotta go Mel on that one. Okay, anyways, 3 more events left to go in this segment. And for the next one, let's do the 10-meter platform. Alright, let's get underway with my first dive. We'll just start nice and easy.
What intense focus. It's become very strong for adds the stomach. This should net and the rotation.
And just like that, we get it perfect.
A beautiful dive. Let's see the result.
Alright, 49.6 to start off. Alright, on to my second dive. We'll go with this one next.
The crowd is watching quietly. The routine begins. This should net and the rotation. This should net. Going for it.
And there's another perfect, just like that.
Brilliant. That'll be a high score.
Alright, 54 right there on that one. Alright, let's go to dive number 3. Alright, I'm gonna go for this one now.
What intense focus. Here's the dive. A perfect adds the somersault. Going for it. This should net a high score.
Another perfect once again. That is amazing.
Amazing. What's to the judge's face?
Alright, 81.4 this time. Alright, final dive coming up. And we'll finish it off with a random dive. Which one are we getting?
Any of difficulty?
Alright, let's see how this goes.
It's begun. Going for it. Adds the somersault. This should net a going for it.
Oh, we're barely gonna get a perfect right there. Nice.
That'll be a high score.
104 right there for that last dive. That is such a good score right there, if I do say so myself.
There it is. The gold medal.
Yep. That was just a dominating performance that we had right there on that one. Alright, another gold medal right there. Alright, we're down to just 2 more events for this segment. Alright, let's go and do a marathon now. Alright, Peach is going to be my opponent for this one.
The athletes are warmed up and ready, and we see Mario in the crowd, and we see Peach in the crowd.
Alright, off we go.
A huge cheer resounds as they leave the stadium.
Alright, looking good out there so far. Let's keep it up.
They can gain an advantage by running in the slipstream. Will he manage to grab a drink? I don't think they're trained to avoid bees. Will they be able to dodge the puddle? The runners need to be hydrated. They should run in a slipstream. They're all running like the wind in the second half. Will he manage to grab a drink? Running in the slipstream will help reduce wind resistance. I'm sure all the runners will be reaching for some water. The goal is in sight.
I'm getting close to the goal right now.
They can gain an advantage by running in the slipstream.
I see Peach up ahead.
Manage to grab a drink.
Alright, this is my chance. Alright, heading into the final stretch. And there we go. First place is ours.
Blown away by this result.
That right there is what I call a great performance. Got that lead by just under a whole second. Okay, just got another gold medal right there on that one. Alright, let's head into the last event right here for this segment. And we're going to go back to Tokyo 2020 here for this last one. Alright, let's go ahead and finish things off with Dream Racing. Alright, here we go. Kind of messed up my balance right there on that rail. I was not paying careful attention to that. I do get a red shell. Yeah, out of my way. I got a shield. Let's go perform a special trick. Alright, high speed shoot this time. I got much better balance right there on that rail. Oh boy! Somebody shocked us there with lightning. That really hurt. Alright, at least we're back up to speed right here very quickly, which is good to see. Alright, spread out that high speed shoe. And our special trick ready right there. And good timing too, since we are literally at the last jump. Alright! We got first place right there. And good thing we were barely able to cross the line right before the lightning happened again. Alright. So our time was 2 minutes and 1.5 seconds right there. And we got ourselves the first medal! Alright! What a great way to wrap things up for this segment, if I do say so myself. Not only that, we did manage to win all 10 of the events that we played, which is certainly very exciting. And I'm definitely very proud of myself for that right there, for how well we did. But anyways, that is going to do it for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch as part of my 27th birthday special. But we still have some more games to play. In fact, we are getting a little bit closer to the end of this right now, as we currently have 5 more games left to play. So I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.